Hi, my peepers. Welcome to Shalene's Creativity Room. This is Flosstube number 46. Okay, I always start out talking a little bit about what's been going on in my life since the last Flosstube. We got our Christmas tree last Saturday. It's the first time that there was no snow on the ground and it wasn't freezing out. Usually, when we go, where we pick up the trees is sits down in a valley, and it is always super windy. It is always freezing, and by the time I leave there and I go home, I can't feel my nose. So that was different. Also, it was the last weekend at the tree farm, so we didn't have a lot of trees to choose from, but they had some really nice ones sitting out. And there were like three of them we were looking at, and we chose the one. I told them if we're waiting until the last weekend all the time, we need to take an axe with us and go cut our own because most people were going to go cut their own. My family room is decorated. No other part of the house has up Christmas stuff. There is a stuffed snowman in the kitchen, and I have Christmas lights that are around in my bay window, but I leave them up all year round. I just don't plug them in till now, but yeah, that's it. It doesn't feel like Christmas without the snow. For those of you that are used to having Christmas without snow, it probably is normal for you, but for us here in Western New York, no. No, we have not had a snowstorm to speak of. Okay, on to the new things that I got. Hi, Robert. So, Crystal went to the Crafters Retreat in Missouri in October, and she sent me pictures of project bags, and I sent her money so that she could pick up some project bags for me. And I got this one here. Isn't that pretty? And then the front is the clear plastic, and that's the inside fabric. And this is another one I bought, as I love autumn, Halloween, Thanksgiving, all into one. And I don't know if you can see this gorgeous fabric inside. Their autumn leaves. It's absolutely gorgeous. I just love this. And then Crystal had sent me extra stuff in a box, planner stuff. She made me charms. And so she sent me this project bag. They're the s'mores. And the inside is just a brown fabric. So I don't have a project in this one yet. I know I will. And then today I had signed up for 2 fabrics of the month. Hi Rachel, how are you? I signed up for 2 fabrics of the month. One is through Fortnite Fabrics, and the other one is through Grace Notes Fabrics. And I got my first fabric of the month from Grace Note Fabrics. This is Swiss Mocha. It is on 28 count Lagana, and I got a fat quarter. So yeah, this came today, and she does serge her edges. So I am really glad about that because I don't know how well you can see the modeled look. Swiss Mocha, isn't it pretty? It's like pink, pinky peachy with a little bit of brown. But yep, she serges her edges, which is great. I have no idea what I'm going to do on this yet. I'm doing really good, thank you. So yeah, the project bags, the person doesn't have a shop. I don't know the person's name who made these. They're made awesome. She sells by word of mouth. She went to the retreat. I absolutely love the bags. So I'm going to set them here. I do have 2 finishes. Are you ready? I finished the Christmas Club Stitch-Along by Shannon Christine. I did mine on 28 count black Monaco. And here's the whole thing. And then I'll show you up close. So the first drop was the Santa and the one underneath it. I just love these. Look at them all. Aren't they cute? I loved doing her Halloween Club Stitch-Along, and this Christmas one is amazing. Yes. So who got her? Hi, Rebecca. Where Tia got her fabric? No, I don't know. Is that who you mean, Tia? I'm not sure. Anyways, I did all the cross stitching on this and with the Krynic. And then when the whole thing was done, I added on the beads. Now it called for 02011 or something like that of the mill hill. So I started adding them on. I started at the bottom, going up, and I ran out. So I ordered more. They were a brighter color. So when you're looking at some of this, I don't know, up close you probably can't tell. They are a darker bead. I don't know if you can tell, but they're a dark gold. And then I got the new ones, and look how bright the beads are. They're much brighter. They're a brighter gold. So I don't know what happened with that. But yeah, this is adorable. I don't know how I'm going to finish it yet. I'm hoping to do some shopping for hardware for it and maybe like a bell pull. And then, when is it? Yesterday, we got the last drop for the Animal Crossing Stitch-Along. So I finished that this morning. So, are you ready? Ta-da! It's done! The Animal Crossing Stitch-Along. This is from Cunning Cross Stitch. You can go on their website. It was free. But yeah, all the different characters from Animal Crossing. It's all done with DMC. There's no specialty threads. There's no beads. This was done on 28 count Monaco. Because I bought a bunch of that a long time ago. But yep, it's done. And this is for my oldest son. He is 31. This is his Christmas gift, one of his Christmas gifts. I'm going to give it to him like this and let him decide if he wants me to frame it or make it into a pillow. So he will be very surprised. He loves getting handmade stuff, especially my cross stitch. And he loves Animal Crossing. So I cannot wait. Hi, V. So I'm excited that is finally done. So 2 finishes. 2 finishes. Hi, Robin. Okay. Now, I have been a stitching fool. Oh my gosh. I joined WhipGo. So I have my WhipGo board, and I already had one. I changed it. I deleted the one I was doing, and I redid the whole thing because I joined a Facebook group called No New Starts 2022. And in that group, there's 3 challenges you can choose from. I chose Work Your Whips. So what you do is you pick all your whips, and you have to make sure they have at least 200 stitches in them. And in order to start a new one, you have to finish something. And it has to be the same size or smaller. And I'm like, I have a ton of stuff I need to start January 1st because of stitch-alongs. So I started them. My Lawn Dog Sampler stitch-along starts January 1st, but whips were also included. So I put in my 200 stitches. Carolyn Mann, Tia, Tia's Crazy Craft Addiction? Something like that. She's doing a Carolyn Mann stitch along next year. I'm not sure right when it starts, but she included whips. So I put 200 stitches in that today. There's a Haid stitch along going on in one of the cross stitch groups I'm in on Facebook, and that started December 1st, and I hadn't started it, but I knew I wanted to work on it next year, so I put 200 stitches in on that. So everything that I am going to show you now are included in my No New Starts 2022. And when I finish one, I can start a new one. And I will explain that as I go on. There is one whip in here though that will be done next Friday. So that's not included in on that. And I probably should show that first. Yeah. So the Christmas Club stitch along ends next Friday. So I have this much done. Aren't they cute? It's the Christmas Classics, not Christmas Club, Christmas Classics stitch along. And this is by Story Stitches. We have 4 more. So I have one tomorrow, one on Monday, one on next Wednesday, and one next Friday. And then this one will be done. I might put up the words Merry Christmas in 2021 underneath it. I'm thinking about doing that. This is done on, was it Joy to the World 28 count Lugana by Grace Notes Fabrics. Aren't they adorable? I'm loving this. So this will be done next Friday because each one only takes me like an hour and a half to 2 hours to do. So yeah, that one will be done next Friday. Now, all dogs always got to bark and growl. Now to show you all the whips. These are what I have been working on for over a week, getting in my 200 stitches. I do have to, oh, that's the only Christmas one. Okay. Sorry about that. Dogs. Forgot what I was going to say because she... Go out. Go on. Daenerys, stop. Okay, none of these are in any particular order. Some of them had stitches in them. I just had to make sure they had 200. None of these are in any certain order. So this is my Lawn Dog stitch along that I am doing. I am doing Quanto Acuto, which is the pointed fifth. It says the Quinto Acuto is the classic Gothic arch, the center of which is located 1/5 of the way across its width. This revolutionary style of architecture first appeared in the Middle Ages along with the flying buttress when stonemasons began to realize that its structure allowed for taller arches, thinner walls, and therefore much more interior space, allowing the light to flood in. If you are into critters, then Quinto Acuto is a must for you. There are over 100 of the little varmints of all shapes and sizes crammed within its pointed archways. And there's birds, there's sea life, there's, you name it, it's in here. Hi, Amanda. What, Amanda? Oh, she's saying hi. No, she's not. She's barking. I think she's barking at Scott. Okay, so I am doing mine on 28 count Lugana. This is by Picture This Plus fabric, and the color is called Gingerbread. And it's being done just with black floss. And you already can see a rabbit. This is fun. I really liked this. This was really fun to stitch on. Hi, Nicole. Yep. So I've started that. And so it is started. I just can't post pictures of it yet until January 1st. So if you're in my Facebook group and on Instagram, the whips do count for the Lawn Dog Sampler Stitch Along, but and it's hashtag Lawn Dog Along 22 for 22. You just can't post pictures yet until January 1st. So yeah, that one's there. You need to leave the room because I got Daenerys out. Go on, out. Go. She's laying on her dog bed, but her dog bed I need right now because that's where I'm putting all this stuff. Another one, I am doing a stitch along, and I forgot what group this is for. Pop Culture Stitching Challenges. That's the name of the Facebook group. And I'm doing a Haid, and it's this one. It's Magic Study Rainbow version, and it is 775 stitches wide by 574 stitches high. Yes, that's right. And it's done. I'm doing mine on 25 count Lugana again. And I've got that much done. It only uses DMC. And it's the gridded fabric. I guess this all washes out when I'm done. And I am doing the 10th stitch, which means it's only a half a stitch. You only do the first leg, and I'm using 2 strands. So when you fill it all in, you won't see the fabric. It actually looks like you cross-stitched it the regular way. Hi, Kaya. Yep, I'm live today. Yep. So I did start that. Wait till you see everything I've been working on. It's been crazy. So I've been just a stitching fool. Okay, like I said, none of these are in any certain order. I'm working on Shimmering Mermaid by Mirabilia. This is one of the whips. I started this in January of 2015. So let me tell you this little story of January 2015. I don't know if I did this with a group of people or if it was just my own. Hi, Michelle. Oh, good, Kaya. You'll be caught up. 2015, I decided every day in January, I'm going to start something new. I had to put in a few stitches. Didn't matter how many stitches, just had to have a start and then try to finish them. Yeah, you know how that goes. Anyways, I have about, I don't know how many are left over from 2015. I have a lot though. So this is one of them. So I pulled her out, and some of them had more than 200 stitches. I'm not showing those. I'm only showing the ones that I actually worked on the past week or two. So this one is by Mirabilia, as you can see. And I had only had a little bit done on it. This is done on, oh man, this is the one I started to rip. I can tell you in a second. This is done on 32 count Wexford linen, and it's Silk Weavers fabrics. So that is what I have done so far. This fabric is gorgeous. I love Silk Weavers fabrics. I used to buy them all the time. And some of it's real light, so you might not be able to see all the stitches, but I did do 200 stitches. I counted them. So yeah, that's on my list. And I'll explain how the Whipco board and all that works too. Hi, Jerry. Okay, so that's one of them. And this one is the pumpkin patch and the embroiderer gnome. So today I put in stitches on embroider gnome. I got this from Etsy. Let me see who the designer is, because I want to make sure. Cute Broidery on Etsy. And this is Embroiderer Gnome. Isn't she cute? I love her. And she is done on 28 count cream Monaco. And it's just with DMC. And so today I did that. And I do have to finish. I think this is the one I need to finish putting fray check on, because I ran out, but I got more today. So there is that. And then today I started my Carolyn Manning for Tia's Stitch Along next year. So I'm doing this one called the Pumpkin Patch, and it's just with DMC. And I'm doing mine on 28 count black Monaco. I'm dropping all kinds of stuff on the floor. Okay. So I started some of the frame. I don't know if you can, how well you can see it with the black. I started some of the frame on the top and along the side, and then a little bit of this. So yeah, started that. Sorry for the cat hair. Blitz kept coming up here while I was trying to stitch on this. So I want to do 12 gnomes next year. And since they all have to be either the same size or smaller, I went through the 12 gnomes that I want to do next year. And I looked at all the charts, I wrote them down in the sizes. So I'm doing all the ones that are called medium size. Anything that has over 100, it's an average 100 stitches. They have mathematic way that they figured it out. Anyways, I have small gnomes and I have medium gnomes. So I'm doing all my medium gnomes first. So every month I'm doing a medium gnome. I have to finish one and start the next. So when I start the next one, I can't count it as a whip until I put in 200 stitches, and then I can add it to my list. So that's how that works. And since I knew that I wanted new starts with that, I went and took my largest gnome and kept working my way down so that I would be able to get all 12 done, because I want to do one a month. Okay. This one is Mirabilia. It's Giggles in the Snow. Aren't they cute? So this one, I believe, is the girl that's in here. This is on 28 count white Monaco. Again, don't mind the cat hair. Yeah, there it is. So I have that much done on it. So, yeah. I have a lot of Monaco. I bought a lot of it many years ago by the yard, a couple yards. So I have, that's the girl I started. And here's the boy. And this is also on 28 count white Monaco. So I have that done for the boy. Hi, Crystal. Okay. I have this cross stitch and needlework magazine. It's from January 2013, and I am doing, it's falling apart. I'm doing Fairy Winter Dream by Nora Corbett. Fairy Winter Dream by Nora Corbett. What? Can't you cut the what? To the right side of the cross stitch? I don't know what you're saying. I did cut the fabric the right side of the cross stitch. All my fabric's cut to what I need it to be. But yeah, there's that. And I think this calls for DMC, Krynic, Karen Wildflowers, and beads. A bunch of Mill Hill beads. I don't have those yet. And I forget what this fabric is. Hold on. So this fabric is 28 count even weave. It's by Silk Weaver, and it's 28 count Molino. And I have that much done on it. Can you see it? So that's all I have done. It's not much, but I did have to do 200 stitches. It had some on it. Yeah, all my fabric's cut to the size I need it to be. And sometimes it's bigger than I need, but I don't cut it till I'm done because I don't want it to, the fabric to unravel, because all my sides are serged. Most all companies you buy your fabric from, they serge the sides of it so it doesn't unravel. So yeah, there's that one. And again, all of these now, just about all of these, I started in January of 2015. I have another Mirabilia. I love Mirabilia and Nora Corbett. So I have this one. This is August. Is it Peridot or Peridot Fairy? And this calls for DMC Crystal Treasures and Mill Hill Beads. And I think the Crystal Treasures are also Mill Hill. So this was one that was started that January. And let's see if I know what the fabric is. Some of these I didn't know the fabric I used. And I think this might be one of them. Yeah, I don't see the fabric card. So I don't think I know what this fabric is. So I have that much done on it. 200, well, I'd count up to 200, but most of them have more than 200 stitches. They just don't look like that many, but there are. So yep, that's what I have started. So next year you're going to see me working on these. Some I will only work on every so often. Okay, this is another Mirabilia. This is July's Amethyst Fairy. And this is on, it's another one, 28 count cashel linen. But that's what she looks like. Because I like my Mirabilias. And trying to find the top. Okay. It's done on here. Isn't the fabric pretty? Silk Weaver has really beautiful fabric. I won't order from them again though. I ordered from them July 20th, I think, of this year, and I still don't have my fabric. They won't answer my emails. They won't answer anything. And I'm not the only one. I'm hearing it all across the cross stitch community that they are not answering anybody. In fact, someone ordered their fabric July 2nd and they just got theirs. So I'm not real happy with them right now. I never used to have a problem with them, and now all of a sudden people are. So, you know, it's one thing if your business is that busy and if you're having problems getting fabric in, it's another to ignore your customers. Another Nora Corbett, who also owns Mirabilia. It's the same person. This is another pixie. This is called Anna. Isn't she cute? And I think this is one of those I did not know what the fabric was. I know it's Silk Weaver fabric because that's pretty much all I ever used to buy. Okay, now I'm trying to find. That's not right. I don't know. It says that this is the top, but I know that's not right. It's got to be this way. Right? Let me look at something. I'm not sure. Okay. Did I not do this in the right spot? I don't know. Guess it is. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, maybe I did do it that way then. I guess I did do it the right way. Okay, so that's how much I have done in there. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Deanne. So that's how much I have done on there. I'm a rebel. What? 199 stitches? No. I have my stitches in. And I know that silk weaver fabric, I just don't know the color. I think it's 28 count. And it's linen, it's not even weave. I can tell by looking at it, it's linen. Okay, and then I have another Nora Corbett. This one is called Mary, Mari. And this is with DMC and Mill Hill Beads and Mill Hill Treasures. And this is done on, do we know this one? This is another one, I don't know the fabric. Oh, yes, I do. It is 28 count cashel linen, and the color is Jamaica Sunset. And I have that much done. Jamaica Sunset, that's the name of the fabric, or the color of the fabric. Silk weaver. Told you I owned a lot of silk weaver. Yeah, right, Kaya? Yep. Nora Corbett and Mirabilia. And that's not even all of them, because some of them already had 200 stitches, so I didn't have to pull them out, and I don't have them here. I will be doing a whip parade later on. Not today. This one's called Mermaid Azure. This is by Nora Corbett. It's a La Petite Mermaids. Mermaid Azure. And this one is done on 32 count Belfast linen, and it's just a solo, so it doesn't say what the color is. but it is a blue, and I'm looking for where I stitched it. There it is. Pretty blue. And I have that much done on that. Don't know if you can see that. But this fabric is so pretty. Hi, Shawana. So there is that. And my cryptids. And I get to count this because it's not going to be done till next year. And it's got way over 200 stitches. So this gets to get counted on my Work Your Whip. And this was done on, I forget the fabric. It's written down on in my notebook. But this is my cryptids. I'm loving it. So yeah. Isn't this I'm just loving stitching on this. They are so cute and ugly at the same time. I do have tons of fabric left. So when I'm done, I'll count down I'll measure 3 inches down and cut it across because I have a lot of fabric left over. But I didn't want to cut it now because the sides are serged. But this has been amazing to work with. And so we were supposed to get a new drop tomorrow, but and this is by, what's the name? Stitch Witchy? Witchy Stitcher. And it's the Cryptid Stitch Along. Witchy Stitcher. And I guess she has a little bit of health issues or something, so we're not getting a drop next Friday. And we weren't getting them next Friday. Yeah, we're not getting it tomorrow. We weren't going to get it next Friday or the Friday after because of holidays. So she's just adding on an extra week. We were supposed to be done. The last cryptid is January 21st, but now it'll be January 28th because she added on another week. So yeah, and so there's 16 cryptids altogether. So I am looking forward to finishing that. So, okay, what is next? So the next thing I will be working on is that Christmas Classics Stitch Along. Tomorrow we get a new drop, and then next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then my pile, whatever pile I have left. So I will show you the next, I think I have 4 things left to put 200 stitches on. So I have Wicked Night by the Primitive Hare. Wicked Night by the Primitive Hare. And I'm doing this on 32 count Belfast linen by Silk Weaver. This is the fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at all that. Oh, the purples and the greens and the yellows. Yes, please. So yeah, I'm starting this, and I have 1 or 2 more of the Primitive Hare. So when I finish one, I can start another if I do finish it. These are, so I have to put in 200 stitches on this. And this is all done with black floss. Yes, Kaya, I already showed that. I'll show you again if you want to see it. Yep, I already put 200 stitches in my lawn dog. Hold on. I'll grab it. It's right down here. So, yeah. So that's Wicked Nights. There's my lawn dog. Hold on, I'll show you my lawn dog. So my lawn dog is done on a color called Gingerbread. And it's by Picture This Plus. It's 28 count Lugana. Yep, I got that much done on my lawn dog sampler. And I know there's more than 200 stitches there. I just kept going. I wanted to keep going and going and going on this. It's like working on the cryptids. I didn't want to stop. I don't need to put this back in here. So yeah, that was fun. I liked stitching that so far. Yeah, it is big. It's gonna be big when it's done. But yeah, I didn't want to what?
We'll go meet Kenya and watch her wings.
Where at?
Eagle.
Can you bring me some back?
Yeah, I planned on it.
Okay, thank you. So cryptids, what did I do with that? I didn't want it in that pile. I don't want Wicked Night in that pile. Okay, then another one I have to put 200 stitches in. It's from the Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2013 issue. And I'm going to put in stitches on Fire, Burn, and Cauldron Bubble. Burn and Bubble. And I am doing it on Flapper is the color. It's Lugana 28 count by Picture This Plus. Look at this purple. Woohoo! Looks more blue on my computer, but it is really, really purple. It's a grape color, grapey purple. So, yeah, pretty. So, I'm doing that. And that's just done with black floss. And I don't think that's going to take too long either. Is there 2 pages? Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to start that one. And then I wanted to do a Doreen Jones. I got to put 200 stitches in on this. And this is a PDF I bought from Etsy. And it's Happy Halloween. Isn't that cute? And I had the perfect fabric for it already in my stash. I don't know what it is. I know it's 28 count. And by looking at it, it is an even weave. It's probably Lugana. That's pretty much all I ever bought. And I still have to cut this to size. But it's a really, really pretty blue. And no, I don't need all of this. I already know that. So I'll be cutting that to the size, and then I'll use fray check on the edges. Hi, Jen. So yeah, wanted to do the Doreen Jones. So that gave me a reason to start hers. And a lot of these are not kitted up with floss. I will explain how I'm going to do that also. And the last one, but there's four, I think there's four of them. So when I finish one, I can start another one. So, how many are there? Four. So I can't remember. I think I'm starting with this one. Yes, this is the one I'm starting with. And then when this is done, I can start another one. So these are the other three. But I only have to put 200 stitches on the first one. I don't have to do that until I finish it. And then the next one I have to. But this is the one I'm doing first. It's all done with black and then one color of orange. And this is done on the fabric that Kaya dyed for me. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yep, Kaya dyed 4 pieces for me. And they're all for these Halloween ones. She dyed another piece for me. I don't know what I'm going to do on it yet, but I have 4 of these. They're all, I believe they're all 28 count Monaco. Hi, Deborah. So there's the first piece. They all pretty much look alike. But Kaya does a really, really nice job of dyeing her fabric. And I absolutely am thrilled with these 4 pieces. And I knew that I wanted them for these Halloween ones. And they all have a little bit of a different look, you know, when you dye them, they all don't come out the same, and you don't want them to. You want them to be different. And then my last one. So I'll use fray check on these too. But yeah, aren't they pretty? So those are what I have to work on next. So I've been waiting and waiting so I could work on that fabric. And that's it for what I have to get 200 stitches in on. There should be 1, 2, 3. Where's the other one? Duh, I put it in the wrong pile. So there's 4 of them here that I still need to get 200 stitches on. And then I'm good. So my whip go board is done. I'm doing this. And what the whip go board is, there's 25 spots. Your middle one, number 13, is a free space. So you can take all your whips and figure out what your goal is for each one. Or you could just take 5 whips and maybe write it in 3 times. You can do whatever you want on the whip go board. And then you set a goal. Like mine is, I have Rocky Mountain Christmas by Marty Bell that I started in like 2001. Yes, no lie. And I want to finish 3/4 of it. I have almost 3/4 done, but that's my goal. I have another one that's huge. I started a long time ago. It's called I Shall Wear Purple by Sue Hillis. I want to finish 1 page of it. The Storyteller by Teresa Wentzler. I just want to get 1/4 of the frame done because it's huge. I have a lavender and lace one. I just want to get 1/4. If you noticed, I have basting stitches on my fabric. So each one is 1/4. So I always work 1 whole quarter. I cross stitch it and I do the back stitching. If it needs beads, I wait till the whole thing is done. Then I add the beads on, only because I use Q snaps. And if you move the fabric and the Q snaps go over the beads, it will break the beads. So I have that. I have a Haid that I started a while ago that you've been seeing on my channel, that fly butterfly. It's the fairy. My goal for the month that's picked, I want to do one column. So yeah. Someone else did their Whipco board. Their goal when it's picked is maybe to watch one movie. Watch a movie or to binge watch a series. They did it by TV shows or watching YouTube channels. So that was their goals. So the 27th of every month, the person that is the owner of the Whipco 2022 Facebook group, she will draw two numbers. So that will be for January. So say she draws number 5 and number 17. I go on here and I look at number 5 and number 17 and what my goal is, and that's what I work on in January. So some of these I might not see till December. I can work on them I can still work on them. I just, when I get to that, that's the goal for that month to get done. So right now I have, well, once I get in the last 4 of those, the 200 stitches on the last 4, I will be starting out in January with 31 whips to go on my whip thing. You do not have to finish them all. You just have to work on them. You have to show some kind of progress on most of them. I plan on getting quite a bit done. Like my cryptid stitch along will be done in January. If I want, I can start another piece that's the same size or smaller. So think I was looking at maybe starting the Tale as Old as Time stitch along in its place. I have to see how big that is, but I think it'll be the same size. So that will go in its place. And like I said, the gnomes, I'm doing one a month, and they don't take me long to do, a couple days. So when that embroidery gnome is done, I will pick the next one for February and kit that up. So that is how the No New Starts 2022 works. And if you have any questions on that, I can answer them. Yes, you can be organized. So I have them all written down on paper. I still need to take pictures. I have to take a picture of the chart itself, get it uploaded to the group. I have to have my own album in the group, and then I have to post in each picture in the comment of the photo of the actual pattern. I have to post in the comment my whip. So this way, every time I work on it, I put that in the comment and they can see if I'm making progress on them. It's really simple. It's just if I have a lot of time, I don't work outside the home. I babysit my grandsons. They're here at like 6:45 every morning. They're on the bus at 8:15, and the rest of the day is mine. I'm up at 6 o'clock. They don't get here till 6:45. I clean the house before they even get here. My chores are done before they get here. So the rest of the day is mine to do as I please. So, yeah. You need help? I can help you, Jen. We can do a Zoom someday. You know, if there's a day that everybody wants to do a Zoom on organization, we can do that. We can do that. So that's the Whipco board and the No New Starts. We have that 22 stash be gone. Don't forget about that, because all of this is part of my 22 stash be gone. You're going to be seeing so many pictures of my whips progresses on that Facebook group. You're going to be sick of seeing me. They're all going to be yelling at me. You need to stop stitching. You need to slow down. Let us catch up. That won't happen. You know it won't happen. Hi, Tammy. But yeah, 22 stash be gone. That's for any craft. I have so much that I am doing for next year. I want to do a diamond painting every month. My diamond painting days are going to be Thursdays. That's it. Just Thursday, all day long. Tuesdays is coloring all day long. Now there are times I cannot color for long periods of time. It hurts my hand. So I will always have my cross stitch out. No mercy. No mercy, huh? Nope, no mercy. Um, yeah, I will be posting a lot of that. Thank you, Robin. She put in the Facebook group. Amanda is the host of that, and a bunch of us are like moderators of the group. We are all promoting it on our channels. Amanda will be starting her channel in January. And yeah, I don't know if we will have a special Zoom once in a while for the 22 Stash Be Gone. Now there is the hashtag Lawn Dogalon 22. That is for the lawn dog samplers. Any lawn dog sampler can be a whip. Does not have to be a new start. That starts January 1st. There is a Facebook group for that. Go up on there and you can join that group. There are questions, please answer them. I've had to decline several people this week. They're not answering the questions. We will be having a Zoom once a month for the Lawn Dog Alon. It will be on Friday nights, 8:30 to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. It will be my Zoom. I will start it and I will make Kaya the host when she comes in. Kaya is going to run it. It's only going to be an hour. We will show our progress and our whips. I think Kaya's best bet will be to call each person one at a time so they can talk for a few minutes so not everybody's all talking and showing. So I think that will be the best bet for Kaya is just to say, okay, so and so, show us your progress. Are you having any problems? Do you have any questions? Do you need more encouragement to work on it? So that is always the last Friday of every month. The Oh Christmas Tree Stitch Along is still going on. I believe that ends March 1st. There's a Facebook group for that. I'm not sure how many people have finished theirs. I know I have and a couple others have. Okay, Kaya. Yeah, I figured that would be the best bet. This way, not everybody's all talking at the same time and showing stuff. So that'll work good. So Kaya will be the host of that. I think that's it. I probably won't have any more Flosstube videos. I can't say that. I will have Flosstube videos. I don't know if I'm going to go live the next 2 weeks. I may. I don't have any other plans, so I probably will. His coloring, I need to work more on that. Whimsy Girls celebrates the holidays on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll either color or I'll just keep doing the Flosstube live next week and the week after. So that's all the exciting news I have. Does anybody have any questions? Did they want to see something else that I already showed? You didn't what? The color along that I will be doing starting January 1st is Hannah Carlson for the whole year. It's all of her coloring books. Her coloring books, let me show you one. They're all hardcover. They are on Amazon. They run about $10 to $15 a book. They're, like I said, they're hardcover. The paper's nice in them. I do have one page done that I did a while ago. Looks like that, but this is what their pictures are like. They're different. but they're fun. And you can play around with skin tones, a lot of them. I have these two. Those don't have skin tones. The paper's really smooth. It's nice. So, yeah, you've got, trying to find a few more different types of pages. They're they're weird. I don't know how else to explain it, but they're fun to stitch up or color up. Stitch up. See, I've stitched so much. That's all I keep talking about. Coloring. They're very fun to color. And I think almost any brand of colored pencil will work on this. You just can't use alcohol markers in these books because they are double-sided, and alcohol markers bleed through the page, so you wouldn't be able to see the other side. And then for diamond painting on my channel, my diamond painting along all next year is Sheena Pike. Any of Sheena Pike's diamond paintings from either Craftably or Diamond Art Club. I don't know if she has any anywhere else. As long as they are licensed, that's what I'm doing on my channel next year, Sheena Pike. I won't always be doing Sheena Pike because I only own 5 or 6, so I'm throwing in other things to do on my channel. And I actually put them all on a wheel on my app on my phone. And January didn't even get picked for a Sheena Pike. It was a Bella Safina. So I'm doing a Bella Safina in January. um Yeah, any other questions, any other stitch-alongs that you know of? Like I said, Tia's doing the Carolyn Manning stitch-along. Oh, Jen's World of Stitches and DP, she is doing a full coverage stitch-along. So the Lawn Dog Samplers, the Carolyn Manning, the Hades. There's another company like Hade called Thread Geeks. Geeks, geek, like a geeky person. Yeah, Thread Geeks. They have Christine Karen, Ines Guerrero. There's a lot of them that I know from the coloring community. Their cross stitch patterns are on Thread Geeks, but they're full coverage, just like the Hades. I did talk to Jen. She did say I could include the Lawn Dog Samplers because they are big. They're not totally full coverage. I think some are, not all. They're not all totally full coverage, but they're big enough that she said that they can be counted for her full coverage. And she has a Facebook group. She also has a Facebook group called BAP for Big Ass Projects. These all count under them. The Thread Geeks, the Hades, the Lawn Dog Samplers. That's just a Facebook group, but her stitch along is full coverage. The Hocus Pocus stitch along that Brian is doing is still going on. I believe that also ends March 1st. There is a Facebook group for that. That's that Hocus Pocus, I Need Coffee to Focus, from this year's Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue. I know there's so much. Also, always check out Cunning is a website that's the one that did the Animal Crossing stitch along. I'm sure they'll have more stitch alongs listed for next year. Story Stitches, Witchy Stitcher. Always check out Stitching the Night Away. It's a blog. She will list all the stitch alongs. Peppermint Purple always has a stitch along. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of them all. If I went under Stitching the Night Away, I'm still waiting for her to put up, or him, I'm not sure, of the 2022 stitch alongs. But yeah, there's a ton. There's stitch alongs where you have to purchase the pattern on Etsy. There's a lot of free ones. A lot of free ones. Yeah. I can't even tell you. Always, Shannon Christine always has stitch alongs. Check them out. The one thing with that, Shannon Christine, is if I go and purchase them, I can't count that towards my 22 stash be gone. But if I finish something, then I can start the Shannon Christine and count it towards my no new starts 2022. Anything that I purchase, any new charts I purchase next year cannot be counted towards 22 stash be gone. I can buy fabric, I can buy floss, I can buy beads, just not the patterns to count towards that. If you're knitting and crocheting, whatever yarn you have in the house, they want you to use that up because you don't really need a pattern. From someone that knits said you don't really need a pattern. The yarn is what counts as the project. Unless you run out of the color that you're knitting with or crocheting with, then you can go purchase, what you need to finish that. And it is not a no buy. You can buy whatever you want next year. You just can't count it towards 22 stash be gone. Puzzles. Robin does puzzles. I'm not sure who else does puzzles. Whatever puzzles, anything that you have purchased and own or purchased by December 31st, 11:59 p.m. counts towards 22 stash be gone. If you purchased it, like say you bought a bunch of diamond paintings on Black Friday, they're not coming in till next year. You already paid for them. Those count because you already paid for them. Magazine subscriptions, they count because you already paid for the magazine. They're just coming in next year. So you can still stitch out of them. They still will count. Coloring. You already have to own the coloring books. You can buy your colored pencils, you can buy markers, gel pens, anything else as long as you own the book. One person thought that coloring one page was not fair to people that cross stitch in that because one page doesn't take long. They think that you should do 3 pages. I say it depends on the book and the artist. Kirby Rosanna's Tomislav Tomic, those type of books, the mythographics, they take a long time to color in. I think that one page counts as one project. If you're going to do the color by numbers, those type 3 pages equals one project. Those they color up quick, especially when you use markers. Hi, Sarah. Diamond paintings, whatever you've purchased and paid for up to midnight, January 1st. If they come in next year, that's fine. That counts for 22 stash be gone. I'm even including physical books and ebooks because you would not believe. I have 3 bookcases in the other room full of books, and they're too deep. There's books you can see and there's books behind them. I need to get them read and out of the house. I only keep some. I don't keep all the books. So that is my goal next year. I still will come in Zooms once in a while. I'm not going to be in long periods of time because I really, really, really want to focus on my books next year. And I need to watch more movies. And I want to watch some more TV shows, that are on Netflix. So my night times, I think I won't be in the Zooms like I have been starting next year. I still will go into Jen's Zoom on Thursday afternoon. I still will have my Zoom on Wednesday, and I'll go into Crystal's Zoom Thursday. And I always go into Crystal's for like 2 hours, and I go into Jen's for an hour and a half. So I will still do that. And then the 1 hour Zoom for the Lawn Dog Sampler Stitch Along. Just seeing. FedEx. Okay. Just making sure it wasn't one of my boys. I have been in a stitching mood all year since since Danielle had me get back into it. I started cross stitching my senior year in high school, which was in 83. So I've been stitching a very long time, and I loved it right from the start. And I would make all my Christmas gifts, I would make birthday gifts, everything anybody got. I was a stay at home mom for many years. I didn't start working till the boys, let's see, Justin was a junior and I think Dylan was a sophomore. No, a freshman. Ninth grade is a freshman. So, yeah, Dylan was in ninth grade. Justin was in 11th grade. I went back to work. I worked for 9 years, and my eyesight wasn't that great for me to cross stitch. I wore bifocals then, and I had to wear my mag eyes. And if I had the TV on, I had to look up over my eyes. It was just a mess. I could not cross stitch the way nothing worked. So I stopped stitching for several years and I missed it. And that's when I got into coloring, loved the coloring. Then I got into diamond paint and I'm like, okay, this is like cross stitching. So when I met Danielle, Danielle's like, pull out your cross stitching. Well, I had eye surgery the fall of 2019. I had cataract surgery on my right eye and I have 20/20 vision again. I need my glasses for reading. I need them for cross stitching, coloring, and diamond painting. Otherwise, I don't need them. I only need these now when I cross stitch. It's amazing. It's amazing what happened after the surgery. And further on down the road, I'll probably have to have my left eye done, but it didn't need it right now. But he said probably maybe in the next 10 years, I might need that one done. I I haven't wanted to color or diamond paint since I pulled out my cross stitching. And, I was telling my husband that. I said, I just want to cross stitch. And he said, that's because you've been doing it for years. That's your first love is your cross stitching. He says the coloring and the diamond painting is your sideline thing. That's what he says. They're sidekicks. So, yeah, it's just, I can't thank Danielle enough. She's been my biggest supporter. She has also been the little devil on my shoulder, or I should say, angel. She's been the little angel on my shoulder going, you can't buy that. You can't buy that. You don't need that. Nope, don't buy that. Don't look at that link somebody's sharing. Nope, nope, don't look at those links. Stop looking. Don't look. Stop, stop, stop. Yep, that's Danielle. And mine on my other shoulder is the devil saying, don't listen to Danielle. You can purchase it if you want to. So, yeah, she's my biggest supporter right now besides Scott. And I have Crystal and Amanda and Robin and all of them in Zoom. They like to harass me and tell me for the stitch-alongs I can't start till 3 months after they all do because I'll have it done and they tell me 2 days. They like to harass me. So that's what's going on, and I am just enjoying this. I didn't want to, but I unsubscribed from a ton of YouTubers because I don't watch them anymore. Phyllis is the devil on my shoulder? No, I am. Oh, yeah, because Phyllis, she's the one that keeps dropping all these links from Etsy. Yes, she does. So I look at them, but I don't buy anymore. I have put myself pretty much on a no buying ban of charts next year because this is just a small section of my cross stitch that you have seen. I have one of those tall file cabinets that came from a Navy ship. There's that marketplace thing on Facebook where you can buy things. Well, I was looking for a file cabinet. And this guy had answered me and said he had one of those tall file cabinets that came from a Navy ship. He had two of them. He was only selling one. I don't even know if I had to pay for it. I can't remember if he just gave it to me. He was retired from the Navy. He had 2 of them. And so this thing is sturdy. It is tall. It has like 6 deep drawers. So Dylan took me, because Scott was working nights. So Dylan took me with the pickup truck and we went and picked it up. And that thing was heavy. So that has, oh my gosh, I think there's 3 drawers are full of charts and the other 2 I think are empty. I think one has like all the information of my pets I've ever owned, and one Scott keeps all his paycheck stubs in them in the bottom one. But I have one drawer is just Haid. That's it. One drawer, it has like the Mirabilias, the Nora Corbett, Lavender and Lace. I have Lizzie Kate. I have a lot of hers. There's just so many charts that I have, and they're all in that file cabinet. And I forget, and sometimes I have to go through them and say, oh, yeah, I forgot I had those. I gave away and sold a few cross stitch charts. If you remember the beginning of this year, everybody got a ton of stuff. I still have way more. I may have to do that again. I don't know, because now I'm back into cross stitching. Do I regret getting rid of and selling what I did? Nope. There might be one thing that I'm sorry I got rid of, but it is what it is. And I think Danielle's the one that ended up with it. I may buy it back from her when she's done with it. And that's the snowmen. That's the only thing I got rid of that I'm like, I wish I hadn't. But again, I've got so much stuff. I don't know when I would get to them anyways, unless I counted it like a stitch along, because I forget how many snowmen. There's like 6 or 8 of them that I could have done it like I did the Shannon Christine's. So yeah, it's just been crazy this year with my cross stitching. I'm loving it. I project bag. This one's empty. I will be filling this one because I got enough down there. So I'm all pretty much kitted up. The other whips that I showed you that I've been working on, I'm not going to kit them up until they're picked for whip go. Once they're picked for whip go, then I will kit it up, unless it already is. Like my Haid, I have the Fly Butterfly on here, and I have the Magic Study on here. Those are both kitted up. The Enchantress, that's Doreen Jones from the Just Cross Stitch October issue, not the Halloween issue, the October issue. That's kitted up. The S's for Stitching, that one's kitted up. Rocky Mountain Christmas, that one's kitted up. And my Lawn Dog Sampler, Lawn Dog Sampler doesn't need to be kitted up because it calls for black. So every time I go to the store, I stock up on black. And this stays right here. I don't even put them in the organizer, the floss organizers. I just keep them here. And then when I'm using one, it goes right on top of my laptop right here in front of me. And that's what I work from. Once that one's empty, I just pull out another one. I do plan on, yes, Lizzie Kate, Danielle. Have you never heard of her patterns? She's retired now. But her patterns, I thought the snowman that I got you from Lizzie Kate, is that what you're asking about? That one? Yes. And yeah, the 6 fat snowmen, I think they're called, from Lizzie Kate. Yeah. So the only thing I'll need to buy next year is floss. And if you've seen me in any of the Zooms, I have, where are they? These were called jammer boxes. They were for Matchbox cars. They're double-sided. And one of these, I can fit a whole set of DMC. One of each color of DMC is in one. I have 4 more that have all the extras. Yeah, extras that I got I had a friend whose mom had a cross stitch shop in her garage. The mom passed away. My friend didn't want to stitch anymore. She sent me all the floss, a store supply full of floss. So there are some colors I don't have any extra of, and there are some colors I might have 10. So yeah, I have 4 of these full. This one here has a height on it, so that because I could fit all the height in here. And then this side here has the height of the new Magic Study. See all the colors? These are all of them I need. Some of them I needed 5 of each color, so I put them in here. All 5 are together. So yeah. Is oil-based pencils better than Crayola wax pencils? It's personal preference, Kaya. If you're a new colorist, wax pencils are easier to blend with. Oil pencils you have to layer to get the look you want. You have to layer more, but wax pencils blend like the Prismas. Prismas are better than the Crayolas as far as blending and that, but I can work with the Crayolas because you have to do a lot of layering. So it depends on what kind of money you have. I can't even think off the top of my head oil-based pencils besides polychromos. I love polychromos for oil-based. There's a lot of, I have a list up there on the top shelf of all my colored pencils, and it tells me if they're wax or oil. So if you're going to start coloring, I would. Oh, you like using oil paint? Okay. Yeah, oil pencils are nice. You just have to do more layering with them. But that's all my floss. So the first thing I do is when I go to kit up something, I grab the one floss box here that has one of each color. Right now it doesn't have one of each color because I've pulled from it to put in the kits. If it's not in there, then I go grab my other 4. They are in an old, but this bedroom used to be Justin's, my oldest. When he lived here, all I did back then was cross stitch. Dylan's old bedroom was my cross stitch room. I had a TV in there. The TV's not in there anymore. This dog is driving me nuts today. Oh, because the neighbor's dog's over here barking at my window. That bedroom is very tiny. Dylan had a twin bed in there and a TV and a dresser. That was it. So in there right now is my bookcase with all my coloring books. There's a recliner in there, which is full of crap on top of it. I'm getting ready to clean that. My floss boxes are in there. And I think I have a bin of there's other cross stitch pieces I want to stitch. They're in a bin. That's okay, Kaya. My neighbors let their dog over here and it sits here and barks at us. So that's why she's barking. I can hear it right out here. I don't know. It barked at us when the kids and I were waiting for the bus this morning. So, Daenerys, come here. I don't know why their dog's barking. Unless the deer are out. The deer are probably out. Yeah, cross stitching. Oh yeah, that bedroom. It's very small, and it has 2 end tables in there that that's part of my bedroom set. My bedroom set was my in-laws, but I didn't have room in my in that in my bedroom for the two end tables, so they're in that old room, and that's where I used to cross stitch all the time. Um, yeah, so I've got all that floss. I have Weeks Dye Works over dyed threads. I have Gentle Art sampler threads. I have other companies. I have some inky dyes. Um, my Mill Hill beads are in a cabinet. I have Krynix. Those are metallic threads. So I do have a lot. This is why I have a lot of money invested. Scott says that's why he's. I think he's glad I got back into cross stitching because I have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of cross stitch stuff. Oh, Kaya, yeah. Most all grayscale coloring books, I think all of them are all one-sided. So you would be able to use the alcohol markers in those. But yeah, it's hard to color. If you have a printer, you could make a copy of a coloring page that you want to use the markers on. I use, is it 68-pound cardstock that I color on if I want to make a copy. Hi, Molly. How are you? Hi, Samantha. So, any other stitch alongs, diamond paint alongs, color alongs that I need to know about next year so I can make a note of it? I know I have this Saturday. You're welcome, Kaya. This Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Zoom. Anybody is invited. It is from Crystal. It is an ugly sweater party. It does not have to be Christmas. I don't know why I'm hearing doors. Scott's not here. Um, the autism alon is by Autistic Perspective. It runs from December 13th through April 30th. Any craft, I guess, that has to do with autism. There's a temperature cross stitch along for all of next year that Craft and Journey is doing. She is also doing a diamond painting event next year, Year of Landscapes. That's by Craft and Journey. I am doing the Year of Sheena Pike. Tia is doing the Year of Carolyn Manning Stitch Along. Jen's cross stitch. I don't know what's going on in this house. Hold on. Jen's World of Stitches and DP. I will get that right sooner or later, Jen. She is doing the full coverage all year. And yes, that includes the Long Dog Samplers and the Carolyn Manning. In January, Stephanie, the Wolfpack Diamond Painting, is doing a wolf-along. It can have any picture with a wolf or a husky. We have the 22 Stash Begone. Mine is the color along is Hannah Carlson. I'm going to do hashtag HannahZon22. Yeah, the DP event ticket to ride destination is Cheryl Katz and Craft and Journey. This month, Crafting with Shay is doing hashtag Jingle Drills. Next year, is it Crafting with Christy? She's doing a year-long color along, and that's Jade Summer. Any of Jade Summer's coloring books, and that's hashtag Love Jade Summer 2022. And that's the ones I have, and I know there's more. There is a Facebook group called Cross Stitch Stitch-alongs. I think that's the name of it. Let me see. Cross-stitched SALs. And that is, hold on, let me put that link in. That lists a lot of the stitch-alongs. I don't even know if I told them about the lawn dog one. Hi, Wilma. How are you? So that's going on a lot. The Haid Magic Study that I'm doing, that is through pop culture. The Pop Culture Stitching Challenges. That started December 1st. That's going on. The No New Starts 2022. And there's 3 different challenges for that. I'm doing the Work Your Whips. The Whip Go 2022. Just join if you want to do that one. Join Whip Go 2021. And then they'll just switch it over to 2022. So, yeah, there's just so much going on. So much. So, yeah. A lot to keep us busy. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm waiting. Scott went to go have dinner with his sister and his best friend. They're in town. They're having wings. He just told me, well, maybe half an hour ago, that he got a call from them. So I said, please bring me back wings. I can have wings. I was going to fix a frozen pizza, and I'm not supposed to have pizza, but I'm trying to get the food eaten in the house before I go shopping. So I was going to fix that. I might still have 1 or 2 pieces of pizza with the chicken wings. So he said he'll bring me back some wings. That's it. A lot going on. Like I said, those are the last 4 projects I need to get working on. And then I'm set for next year. And actually, I can just pull things out and work on them for the rest of the year. Anyways, it doesn't matter as long as I had the 200 stitches. And I didn't even show you everything. There are some things I already had 200 stitches, so I didn't show it today. So I forgot what I was going to do for the Christmas premiere that I'm doing for Pippa Brown, that Pippa Brown's in charge of. I can't remember if I was going to do a whip parade on that or just show my finishes. I can't remember. So I can't remember if I'm going to do one of them in the premiere, and then the other one I'll do as a video. And that will include all my whips, all 31. Yes, there will be 31 whips. I don't have any more than that. And the only thing I have not included, I do not have any of the Christmas ornaments issues. I don't have any of them listed. I might have to start a couple of those, but the ornaments are so small that I don't even know if you could get 200 stitches in some of them. But I can try. I might have to do that too. I may end up with like 40 things on my list. Although with the ornament issues, what I can do with that is I can make a small list of the ones I want to do and find which one is the biggest one and put the 200 stitches in. And when that's done, I can do another one. So that's how I can fit in the ornament ones. So that might be what I do for the ornaments, the Christmas ornaments. I think so. So I don't know if I'll have much more Happy Mail coming in. I don't plan on buying more charts for a long time. I have enough project bags for a while. The only things I'll be getting in is I am doing a Fabric of the Month club with Fortnite Fabrics and Grace Notes Fabrics. So those I will still be getting. So I'll be getting 2 pieces of fabric every month, and I'm getting a fat quarter from each of them. Yeah, that's about it. Watching a lot of Flosstube videos. I unsubscribed from a ton of coloring and diamond painters because I just don't watch them anymore. But I do watch a lot of Flosstube. And it's nothing against anybody. It's just that's where my focus is right now. And I know I could have stayed subscribed to them, but I didn't. I just don't watch them. So that's it. Do you guys do that? You go through a phase and you unsubscribe from a bunch and you try a few others. And yeah, I have a handful of favorite floss tubers. So when they get up a new one, I hurry up and try to watch them. I will probably do one of my Flosstube videos. I may make a list. Oh, another thing I was going to do is I was asked, I've been doing cross stitch Zoom weekends. I've done 2 or 3 of them so far. This last one, I hardly had anybody in there. I think it's just because it's close to the holidays. It was it was the weekend after Thanksgiving. It was the first weekend of December. It was kind of dead in there. We didn't have many people. I was asked to continue doing the cross stitch weekends. So I'm going to do them the third weekend of every month. They will run from Friday morning to Sunday night. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Friday through Sunday night, 10 p.m. because I have to go to bed Sunday nights. I babysit. I'm up at 6 in the morning. Just cross stitchers. If you are another crafter and you want to just come in and say hi to everybody, that's totally fine. I've had Robert comes in, he'll come in for 5 minutes, wants to see what everybody's working on. He says hi, he leaves. Who else came in? Emily doesn't cross stitch at all either. She came in to say hi to everybody. I think she stayed for 5 or 10 minutes. That's totally fine. If you are a cross stitcher but you don't want to cross stitch at the moment, you just want to come in and talk cross stitching, that's fine also, as long as you're a cross stitcher. And like I said, if you're not and you just want to come in and say hi for a few minutes and leave, I'm up for that. The 24 Hours of Cross Stitch Facebook group does a 24 hours of cross stitch where you use a timer. I'm only going to use the timer for those weekends, and it's every 3 months. The other months, I'm not using a timer. I'm just stitching all weekend. You've been unsubscribing too? Yeah. So what I want to do is I think I want to make a newsletter. And the newsletter is going to list all the weekends that I'm doing the cross stitch weekend. If it says unofficial, then that means I'm not keeping track of time. If it says the official 24 hours of cross stitch, then I'm keeping track of my time on a timer. I also will list the Fridays that the Lawn Dog Sampler Zoom is going on. The Lawn Dog-a-Lawn Zoom is going on. I don't know. And I might list in that newsletter. It's just going to be one newsletter for the whole year. If anybody wants it, I can send it probably through, I don't know if I can send it through Facebook Messenger chat or if it just has to go through email. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I probably can take a picture of it and send it through Messenger chat and Instagram chat. Yeah, it's going to list, I might list all my whips and all the coloring Facebook groups I'm in and all the floss tubers I watch. So look for that. It's not going to be anything like I used to do the newsletters where it tells everybody's color alongs, all the stitch-alongs, all the diamond painting events. It's just going to be what I'm doing. So I thought I would do that. This way you guys can find out what weekends to set aside. It should always be the third weekend unless it's like Thanksgiving weekend, although I don't go anywheres. I would still have it open, but usually like that Sunday, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, my in-laws get together for Thanksgiving. So if it is that weekend, I will be gone a few hours and I'll just make somebody else the host while I'm gone for the couple hours. I'm not gone. I'm gone maybe 4 hours. Yeah. Everybody that's come in says please keep doing them. And like I said, the first one or two I did, we had a lot of people in there, but the last one was kind of dead. There was maybe 6 of us, and that's fine. It's nice and quiet that way. The unofficial, and I'll put in the newsletter if it's unofficial. If it's the unofficial and you want help with stitching, I will help you. If it's the official 24 hours of cross stitch, I really don't want to help someone because I'm using a timer and I'm trying to get as much stitching done as I can with the timer. I hope that you understand that. Yeah, it's just for fun. It's to encourage each other. Bring your lawn dog samplers. Come in and stitch. We can help you work on them. Working on the 22 Stash Be Gone cross stitching that weekend. Bring it in. We'll help you finish stuff. It's just for fun. No, I want to buy me a cowbell. So when someone has a finish in the Zoom, any of the Zooms, even my Wednesday Zooms, whether it's coloring or whatever in a Zoom, I want to have a cowbell. I do have a cowbell sound that I put on here, but I'd like to get an actual cowbell. So I'll probably order one from Amazon because we need to encourage people. I think that's it. I'm hungry now. Yeah. Any questions? I do have other whips you didn't see, but that's just because they have already have the 200 stitches. So I didn't have to work on them last week and this week. But I'm going to say goodbye. I think I'm going to go throw that pizza in the oven so I can have a little bit of something. Molly, do you use Zoom? Do you want to be included in Zoom? Send me your email. Email me. My email is linked down below in the description. Come in our Zooms. We'll help you with the cross stitching. I have a Zoom every Wednesday. All crafts are included on my Wednesday Zooms. All crafts. The best site to order a good starter kit is Amazon. Amazon. Buy a starter kit. Who's been buying starter kits? Is it from Caterpillar? I think a lot of people have been buying them from Caterpillar that they've been buying kits from. But I know Amazon has them. And you just need small kits. 123 Stitch is another great site. See if they have small ornament kits. Stony Creek has small ornament kits. Down Sunshine Lane. Down Sunshine Lane is usually my first place I go to order. I haven't been able to order anything from her lately because everything I've needed or wanted she didn't have available on her site. She is always my first place to go. Then 123 Stitch, then Fat Quarter Shop. Stony Creek I absolutely love. Stony Creek has a magazine that comes out every quarter. They're gorgeous patterns. It's not a subscription. You just purchase the issue. Also, they have usually 2 freebies every month. You have to purchase the freebie. It's not a PDF. You have to pay shipping. But when they show you the freebie, it shows you the materials that you need to stitch it up. And they're always small ornament things. They're always small. I always purchase what I need. If it's always specialty floss, I never order DMC because I have it. But if it uses specialty floss and I don't own it, then I'll purchase that. And most of their ornaments are shown on the little banded ornament fabric. I purchase that. And I usually spend between $15 and $20 to do a little ornament. And the floss, you always have plenty of floss left over for your next kits. So that's where I purchase from. Those are my go-tos. Yeah. I do have my beaded cross-stitch kit coming. I ordered it. It's coming from Germany. I'm praying that it'll be here by the end of this year because I really want to count it as a start. Because it's so big, I can't count it when I finish cryptids because cryptids is so much smaller. So I am really praying. Otherwise, I'm only going to be doing it on the channel and I'm not going to be able to count it in my no new starts. It's just going to be something to show on my channel. I still plan on doing coloring on Tuesdays live, diamond painting on Thursdays live starting in January. I will still do, I think, a live floss tube once a month. I think it will be the last Tuesday or Thursday of the month will be a live floss tube. Did you guys like this as live this time? Because I'm thinking I'll continue to do that once a month. And I can show the whips for the whole week or the whole month. Okay. Yeah. I think I've pretty much covered everything. I've covered a lot. Planners. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait for my new planners. I will be bringing my project sheets into my new planner. And I'm excited. I'm excited. Deanne says, yes, enjoying this. I got the hiccups because I'm really hungry. Okay, so yeah, the last week of every month I'll do live floss tube, and it'll either be a Tuesday or a Thursday. Let's see what January looks like. So January will be, I think Thursday the 27th will be a live floss tube. So January 21st, 22nd, and 23rd is the first official 24 hours of cross stitch. So I will be using a timer. I don't really want to help anybody out unless you absolutely need the help. Otherwise, wait till my Wednesday Zooms. My Wednesday Zooms, I am always available to help you guys. So, yep. Tons of projects. I'll cross stitch it. Tons of cross stitch. I'm hoping to finish some of those mirabilias and that. So my main goal to work on in January is the Lawn Dog Sampler, the Cryptids to finish, my Haid Fly Butterfly, my Haid Magic Study, the Embroiderer Gnome, and then 2 of those Whip Goes. And they do have a Whip Go weekend. So the Whip Go weekend is always the second weekend of the month. That's when they encourage everybody to really work on your whips for the Whip Go board. That is also my readathon weekend. So I will be cross-stitching and listening to my books all weekend long. Yep. So that's my goal for next year. Just staying busy. Jen also owns the Cross Stitch Sisters Facebook group. They have a January event going on. Put 100 stitches in for each sister that you have. I don't know. I'm sure I'll be doing that. I'm just not sure of all the rules of that. You'll have to check that out. She also has a Facebook Messenger chat group for the Stitching Sisters. I want to be more involved in that as well. So that's it for tonight. I hope that you all enjoyed this, and happy stitching. Love you guys. Bye.